What's up, folks? It's your boy Aaron here coming at you from the Fanboy Garage. I just wanted to quickly touch on a couple of things. And I'm doing this because we're not going to have an episode this week. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. But I could not let you guys go a week without you hearing my thoughts about the latest episode of The Mandalorian. First of all, Carl Weathers directs this episode. I think it was a bang-up job. He did a bang-up job. Lots of action. And the story moved further. The story brought us back to Kara and to Carl Weathers' character. It kind of set the stage for what's happened on their planet since both Mando and the child have left. So things are different, right? Things are looking hopeful. And, personally, I thought the episode hit on something that I totally forgot about, which was the main reason why Moff Gideon wants the blood of the child, right? So we set up, last season, they set up 3 episodes where, Mando is essentially trying to, capture the child, deliver the child, rescue the child, and then it sets him off on his adventure. I think a lot of folks from the last episode where they name drop Ahsoka Tano got psyched about the idea that she would pop up in this episode. I'm kind of glad she didn't. And I've heard a couple of people say, oh, it's a filler episode. There wasn't really much movement. I think we've gotten so stuck on seeing Jedi again. And for the record, Ahsoka is not a Jedi. That we've overlooked some of the other plot threads that make this such a great show, right? And that is, again, Moff Gideon's hunt for the child. One of the awesome things about this episode is that it ties the OT, the original trilogy, to the sequel trilogy, right? We see bodies in vials, in these massive test tubes, and they look like Snoke. So how dope is that? Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau are starting to really stitch the story to the sequel trilogy and kind of craft, well, how did the Empire go from losing, right, everything that we see in The Last Jedi, losing their final battle, the destruction of the second Death Star, the death of the Emperor, where do they go from here? And the Aftermath saga, the trilogy of books kind of cover off on some of that, all concluding with the Battle of Jakku. But we're getting a sense of where did the First Order come from? How did it, from the ashes rose the First Order of the Empire? And I think it was an important story to tell. It's important for us to reset this universe. And it definitely, again, most certainly was not a filler episode. I think the story, as we've mentioned on previous episodes, follows the way of old style serials where our hero has a quest, and that quest is at the end it's to get this child. Right now it's to get the child to the Jedi, and along the way he's having these mini adventures, but we also have to remember that he lives in this bigger universe, and the Empire is still a very real thing, and the Empire is seeking, Force-sensitive children with high M counts, midichlorian counts, which I thought was a nice little way of mentioning it without actually mentioning it, so that the fandom doesn't eat itself alive again. But it did a great job at sort of stitching these threads together and reminding us that Moff Gideon is really out to get the child for the Emperor, right? That's the point of this. As we've mentioned in previous episodes, some of the stuff that's happened where, the Frog Lady and her spawn and all of that. I remember folks saying, oh, that's a filler episode too. Well, that put us on the path of Ahsoka Tano. That put us on the path of, having Mando come back to his original planet and reconnect with Cara Dune and others. So, every adventure is a step to the bigger picture. And I think we need to pause. For folks that are like, oh, nothing much happened in this episode, pause and remember that there's a bigger narrative that's being told. So I wanted to keep this video under 5 minutes. Hope maybe we'll post it on YouTube, but anyways, I hope you guys are all well. And till next time, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. And if we go another episode without talking to Mandalorian, expect another one of these from me. So peace. I'll check you guys later.